Hello and welcome to HawkTalk. It's Hawk's Geek Culture Podcast where we talk about geek stuff, nerdy stuff, and all sorts of awesome. Today we're going to talk about the Avengers Infinity War premiere.
What's that?
It's a movie.
Oh.
My name is Danny Shepard, and joining me, as always, is Noel Shefflin,
Yeah, that I am me.
Jeremy Lee,
Young.
and Preston Scott. You got to say something.
Inaudible dialogue.
Say inaudible dialogue.
Inaudible dialogue. So, how many of you guys saw Avengers Infinity War?
Me.
We did. If you're not raising your hand, you should probably turn this off because we're about to talk about some spoilers here.
This about to be spoiler ridden.
So many spoilers. We're about to get all spoilery up in here and talk about our opinions, our feelings, and sort of review this film. Maybe even a little bit go into in depth of the Marvel Cinematic Universe just a little bit.
There might be spoilers for other MCU movies. So
Universe.
Yeah, spoilers for all the MCU. If you're not caught up on MCU films,
spoilers for 19 movies.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
if you're not caught
Spoilers
up,
for the last 18 years?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years. Sorry. Wow.
18 movies, 10 years, 19 movies.
I can't count.
Damn,
so.
what if it was only a movie a year? And this was the 19th movie. Ooh.
Damn.
That's
19
almost
years.
my whole life.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're kids.
There will be,
whose
yeah,
entire lives are
Jeez.
just of Marvel movies.
Lucky.
Dang.
Yeah, tight.
That's all I've ever known.
All right,
So
let's get into it.
yeah, let's dive right
is
in.
that their like golden age of Disney? Is the MCU like how
Wow.
we grew up
They
with?
like Lion King or like stuff
Yeah.
like that. They got honestly, hashtag goals. Like
Yeah, that's
Damn,
That's
pretty
cool.
cool.
That's wow.
What a time to be alive.
What
All
a
right.
time to be alive, especially after watching Infinity War. So,
True.
guys, let's jump in
Hate
to
it.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
Loved it.
So you say it's your favorite?
Yeah, it's definitely. I'm having an internal battle because when I think about Infinity War, I'm like, oh yeah, it's my favorite. But then I think about Winter Soldier, and I'm like, it's Winter Soldier.
Damn. Sounds like a war that's infinite.
Yeah, it's definitely there's a war going on in my mind, and it'll go on for infinity.
In your mind stone.
I'm out, guys. I can't.
All right, see you later, Noel.
You're an Audi?
So a couple of days ago I said that it wasn't my favorite, but it's creeping up there. Man.
Really?
Yeah, it's creeping
Really?
up there.
The more you think about it,
The more I think about it, when I
Yeah.
watch it a second time, I'm like, yo, this movie's just really dope, though.
So we've all seen it twice at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first time I saw it, if you weren't following me on social media, me and my girlfriend Angela at Lady Doombots actually got to go to the red carpet premiere.
The purple carpet.
Purple carpet, yeah, it was purple carpet. We'll be posting a video on the main channel, which is like a recap, within the next couple days. So definitely check that out. But yeah, we saw it with the movie stars in the room. So the energy that I saw it in was
palpable.
it was
Was
unrealistic.
it as electric as this blue?
It was pretty electric. It was an electric. Yeah, it was as electric as Thor's
Avengers
hammer.
2, Electric
Nice.
Boogaloo.
But I have to say, after seeing it a second time, the the hype goggles were taken off, and I was still like just enamored by what I was watching.
It was a
Stunned.
well-crafted, well-made, bold film that
Yeah.
they put out.
It shows
Mm-hmm.
the work that they put into this.
Yep.
True. Beautiful, bold film.
So once upon a time, you said that Davy Jones was your favorite animated character of all time. Does
Oh,
that
man.
still stand true with Thanos?
I don't know, man. Thanos is definitely up there with one of my favorite animated characters of all time.
Yeah, dude.
At this point, just the emotionality that this character presents over the course of this film.
He's a very complex character.
Very complex,
There's a lot
and
to
it's
him.
all CG animated.
Yeah.
He shattered the uncanny valley. Like,
Yeah,
just crazy. real,
they leap right
crazy.
over the
Just-
valley,
His
Dang.
eyes were
Yeah.
so human.
and his along with the lips,
Yeah.
the movement, the animation of every nuance of the lips whenever he speaks, different emotions that he's going through, even including his neck and his skin, like everything, the muscles, underlying nerves,
Muscles
and
in
everything.
his like face, like you're just like,
The
dang.
vein that pops
Yeah,
out in his
dude.
forehead when he's trying.
Yeah.
When that tear looked like it was on real skin.
Yeah, his skin looks so real, especially in the sunlight. Like the in the forest in Wakanda when
Yeah.
he steps out of the portal and the sun is just on his skin
Yeah.
and the shadow of the leaves. I'm like, is this real? I'm looking
how?
at real skin right now.
Josh Brolin got lit. For
yeah, Josh, that is actually
Gained
Josh
2
Brolin.
feet
there.
He
of
went
height.
full method. Yep.
Yeah, and also like that Gamora scene at Vormir when he turns around with the tears rolling down, like that was real. That looked real.
Dude, she
It was
said
like going
tears, really?
Really?
It was like, those tears aren't for him. Or those tears aren't for him. But you're just like, oh, damn.
Oh,
Yeah, shout out
man.
Red Skull. Jeez.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, right?
Shout out Red Skull, but like the different stages he goes through with his eyes, just his eyes alone, every single close up is just so real.
Especially at the end, that final shot. Like,
Oh yeah, the
Just-
sunset, like
yeah.
he's just watching the sunset over a
And just, like,
grateful universe.
kind of smiled a little bit, and he's like, "I'm done." Like,
Yeah,
I
just
did it.
tiniest smirk.
So I have a question. So the movie starts, right? We're watching the movie. What's the first moment where you're just like, oh, damn? What's the first moment that like really caught you like, oh, whoa?
Well, first of all, Heimdall was he was the first person you see, and he's like almost dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening?
Dude,
Where are we?
The way the movie starts, like the Marvel logo's in complete silence
Yeah.
at first.
Yeah,
and
there's
then you
no
hear
theme
this
music.
Devastating music. You're just like, oh, I don't feel good about this.
This
and
is
then you hear the
uncomfortable.
SOS from the Asgard ship. You're like, this can't be good. This can't be good.
It opens up like an alien movie.
Yeah.
I think it was Hulk getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
that's
The
that's
chop
when
to
you
the
were.
throat.
Yeah, that's when you were like, well, because there was the chop to the throat, and Hulk, like for the first time ever, is like stunned. He's like,
Yeah.
no, and then like Thanos just like,
Yeah. Like when you see the Hulk stunned,
Yeah.
straight up boxes him.
Well, and when
Picks
you
him
see
up.
2 people that size and stature, just like full, just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just like
Straight picked up the Hulk and slammed him. He bodied him.
I loved how
Get a body bag.
Thanos's fighting style, like everything about him was intelligent.
Yes.
His fighting style was precision based. It wasn't like a brawler. Like that's how I imagined seeing him, because I was like, this guy's about the size of the Hulk. He seems like he's going to be a brawler. But no.
he can just smash around and
Yeah.
like, win. Yeah.
And yeah, he can just smash around and win, but that's not what he was doing. Every strike was that chop to the throat when he knocked Hulk off his axis was a precision strike, and then he just boxed him down.
Yeah,
and I
just
was
having
like,
his fun.
That was my oh crap moment.
You're just like, oh.
I was like, whoa, dude.
I thought Hulk was like gonna try to save the day. Like, you
Yeah.
know, he's the Hulk, bro.
I knew the Hulk was gonna get his ass whooped, but not like that.
Not so fast. Not in the first scene of the
Yeah.
movie.
Also, I have to say, the virtual camera work in this movie is bar none. Like,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never seen handheld virtual camera work like this before. The whole fight between Thanos and the Hulk in the beginning, like,
Handheld, yeah.
yeah, that was handheld and a virtual camera, because all that was CG
Yeah.
on green screen, not even green screen. Like, that whole scene was CG, and then just comp in a couple of live action characters. That was it. Like,
Dude, the shot of
mind blowing. It looks like real movement. It probably is real movement because
Mocap and stuff,
mocap
yeah.
camera now. What were you saying?
I was gonna say the shot when the Thanos and Gamora get on that planet, and just the first shot of them, like how the camera moves down
Oh,
to
on
them.
Vormir?
I'm just like, wow, this
Yeah.
camera movement
Dude.
is beautiful.
Vormir's just visual aesthetic was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
You have like everything is very blue. Then you see the eclipsed sun with the red
Yeah.
and the it was just
Sharp,
gorgeous.
all the colors and the way this movie, the cinematography in this movie really stands out. And I don't know if it's just because we saw it in Dolby Vision, HDR, but like I'm sure
I've seen it in standard and Dolby, and
Yeah.
like both were still
Yeah,
like,
because I was just
yeah.
watching the trailers on my phone and then on our TV, and it still like pops. Like just the look is so refined.
Unbelievable accomplishment this movie is. And me and Noel, I think we just like the only thing we keep talking about is how spectacularly crafted the dialogue is.
Yeah.
It's all so charming and fun and
Yeah.
funny and
Truthful to every character, and no character
Yeah.
seems like they're making an out of character decision. I mean, to me, no character seems like they're making an out of character decision, or I would say one character made a dumb decision, but it wasn't. Didn't feel like it was out of
Yeah,
his
it
character.
wasn't
fits,
out of-
it fits. It very much fits his
Yeah,
character.
because
but,
if
like-
you were to say like, oh yeah, he did that, you would say, oh yeah, that makes sense that he would do that. That character would do that.
He's
Star
very-
Lord.
Yeah, very,
especially
Oh,
after
I guess we can say this.
Guardians 2 when he freaked out on Ego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
true.
it just still felt like such a stupid move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he truly understands what's at stake here. I think
Yeah.
all the other Avengers do, and I think the Guardians are the only ones that don't. I mean, Gamora actually definitely gets it, but I don't think Star-Lord really fathoms. Like,
when I think through that whole fight, like before even Thanos showed up, he was thinking about Gamora.
Yeah.
Like that, like he cares because he hasn't been to Earth in what, like 20, 30 years. So
Yeah.
like, Gamora is like the main thing that he cares about right now.
Yeah.
Also, he's half human, half stupid.
50% of this is 100% you. Your math is outstanding.
The banter between
Yeah.
Star-Lord and Iron Man was
Dude, all the dialogue is so witty and sharp. So
sharp.
So sharp.
Quick.
So fast. They were on it. And it wasn't
Earth
like
is closed.
yeah, right? And it wasn't even like too fast where you're like, what just happened? You're trying to listen to it, but like it was just excellent moments
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah.
Squidward.
Squidward. So
perfectly
Oh my
crafted
God.
dialogue.
reference.
Yeah.
There was no unnecessary dialogue that I could see. Everything
All of
felt
Thanos'
right.
dialogue too. Thanos' dialogue is really fucking cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, so they really there was a lot of things in the trailers that either dialogue or shots that weren't the final shots, but the same. So like the dialogue through I think the first or second trailer when he's like, "I hope they remember you." That whole thing.
Yeah.
That was taken from both the beginning and the very end of the movie when he's talking to I think Thor and Heimdall and them.
Yeah, they
And then
were mixing it.
Yeah, it was mixing it, and it seemed like a different take.
Also,
And some like turns, like looks at the cameras felt a little bit
Interesting.
different.
there was a shot, because I just watched the trailers right after the movie. There's the shot where Thanos throws his hands down and Cap catches it. In the trailer, you only see 2 stones.
Yep. There's
And then in the movie, there's 5. And then there's a part where the part in the movie where Spider-Man is like saving the Guardians from like the
Yep,
asteroids.
it's just him
It's
in the
just him
trailer.
swinging in the trailer. I'm just like,
Which and I
interesting.
think they nailed Spider-Man swinging through falling debris. Like,
Oh, yeah.
looked great. Like obviously 100% fake. Like you're on an alien
Right.
planet,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, but like it looked completely like just like.
Yeah,
and
Spider-Man's
the arms
movement
are-
in this movie was like really on point. It's
Yes.
so
Yeah.
fluid and stuff.
I have all these characters.
Like
The
imagine
writing.
what you had to like if you had to take on a project of this caliber, how many different personalities and characters and backstories and everything to juggle in one 2.5 hour movie. Like how do you not overstep bounds and cross lines or whatever, step on each other's toes?
Damn.
Lots of planning.
Mm-hmm.
Can
A
we
lot of planning. Dude, Mantis, she didn't have a lot of dialogue, but everything her character does in this movie is just so perfect to her character and adds so much more dimension to her
Yep.
Yeah.
and her interactions with everything. Like even if it's in the background, that's how you juggle that many characters.
kick names, take asses? Can we talk about Thor though for
Oh,
a second?
yeah.
MVP.
I'd love to.
MVP.
Because
That is not a dude. That is a man.
I am
everything
tired
with
of
Thor,
boys. Need a man.
Beautiful, muscular, strong man.
everything with Thor in this movie had me cheering.
Me too, dude.
Yeah.
I have never been so invested in Thor before. Even in Ragnarok, I didn't love him as much as I saw him in. Like, I started out the MCU not liking Captain America and not liking Thor.
Same.
Captain America won me over in Winter Soldier, and he's been my favorite ever since. Thor won me over in Ragnarok, and I've been like cool with him. And then after Infinity War, I'm on the Thor bandwagon now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Definitely.
I'm on, let's do it.
Dude, that moment between him and Rocket
Oh my
on the
God.
ship, so good.
So good.
That
Time to be the
dialogue.
captain now.
Yeah. And it's like you have so much weight and emotion in what Thor is saying, but like if you really break down, read it on the page, it's ridiculous dialogue.
Yeah.
But it fits his character so well, and the moment just
And the way
lands.
he plays it is so like,
Yeah.
man,
the
dude.
had
tears
one
in his
eye.
eye.
The man had one eye.
Hats off to Chris Hemsworth, man. He is an impressive actor. If I, for whatever reason, doubted him before, which I never did, I always thought he was pretty good. But the fact that he delivered this like caliber of a performance in a superhero movie is really impressive. Like, wow.
Talking about losing everything and still having that sort of like
It's
optimistic outlook on
Yeah.
such a dire
He's-
situation.
He's talking about it lightheartedly, but it's very heavy.
you can see it in his eye
You
too.
see
Yeah.
that it pains him.
Yeah.
in his voice, he's like trembling, but like
Yeah,
he's
and then that
he's trying to
fear.
convince himself almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why else would I be here if this wasn't my
My calling.
yeah.
Yeah.
What a moment, man.
Fate
what if
wills
you're
it to be
wrong?
so.
What if you're wrong?
Thanos just another bastard. I was like, damn, dude.
What else do I have to lose?
Yeah. Lived
You're-
for nearly
I mean,
15,000 years,
you're not
and
wrong.
I've killed twice as many. Savage.
Savage.
That's pretty
Wait, he
cool.
said 15,000 or 1500?
1500. That's my bad. Wow.
I was like, wait, 15,000?
Big gap.
Yeah, because
Wait, how-
that's a lot more
really,
years.
really
How
high.
old was Odin?
Olden.
Probably like 4,000 or 5,000. I mean,
Odin's is Olden.
Well, so in the first Thor, Odin narrates the opening to it, and his father, I don't like Bodin or something, like I don't know, whatever Odin's father was it just said like a long time ago, and then Odin was at his height during the Frost Giant battle, I think in like 900 AD. So then we'll assume that he was probably Thor's age, so maybe like 2,000 years old at that point. So
Okay.
math, I don't know. That
He's an old boy.
yeah,
He
very
is an old boy.
very old. Got some Odin sleep in him.
Yeah. Also, that moment at the in the opening scene, Loki's walking up to Thanos. He's like, Odin's son, and looks at Thor.
Dude, Tom Hiddleston is such a great actor. Like every single line that he had, there was so much behind it, and even if there wasn't a lot of words, like there was a lot of weight behind the words. I don't know. He was really impressive, dude. He was really impressive.
He brought the material on the page to life.
Exactly.
I feel like everyone did in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of English actors, so they can do it.
Yeah. That English school of acting.
Britain squad.
Yeah, bro.
Although half of them are playing Americans.
But a lot of them also are just experienced in these roles, and they know
Yeah,
their
yeah,
character.
they
Yeah, it's like
and they
they've
know
been playing
well.
it for like 10 years or something.
Yeah, but and they know how to be these people. They know how to portray these like
I imagine it's like breathing for them.
yeah.
Just being these
100%.
characters.
Switch it like a turn on the switch.
Yeah.
I'm Thor now.
Speaking of that part that you said that, because there's a line in the movie where he says lying, I imagine, is like breathing for you. That whole
Yeah.
scene, the fact that it was an illusion, like that caught me off guard. Like I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
Thanos is powerful as shit.
Yeah, like when he got stabbed, I was like, wow, what stone is gonna heal that wound? Like I was just kind of like
was
thinking
like,
about like how's
Yeah,
he gonna come back
how's
from
this
that?
gonna
Yeah.
play out? And then, oh,
One even Star-Lord
This
said
is
he
not
was like,
real.
That was quick.
Yeah. My thoughts exactly.
Magnificent.
Benicio, dude. Great.
he's cool.
What happened to the collector? So he wasn't there the whole time.
He was probably dead.
Probably.
Oh,
just
he got
killed
killed.
him. Probably
I
just
imagine, yeah, he
Yeah.
got killed.
smoked
Because
it,
that
smoked him.
entire place was leveled
Yeah.
on fire.
He had the stone. So
Which
Later, Benicio, we
which-
hardly knew ye.
makes me curious because so he's a Celestial.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so is Jeff Goldblum in Ragnarok.
Jeff Goldblum,
So
they're brothers.
Yeah, they're brothers. So like, what? So do they just not have a power level besides being like they can get really old? You
I
know?
mean-
like
Well,
I don't- is he a
Celestials have a
Celestial?
lot.
I thought he wasn't a celestial.
Every Celestial, their life, their spirit is their life source is connected to a star, right? Like they are the. What am I saying?
well, that was, are you saying that because of ego?
yeah.
I thought that was just ego. Like my understanding after seeing Guardians and Ragnarok is that, and both Guardians, I guess, was that Celestials could come in both like they look like a human or they're like a weird alien, like ego.
He's an elder. He's not necessarily
an elder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense then. Because I was gonna say if he's a Celestial, he should have some sort of something.
Yeah.
like to fight back, I guess.
Can a Celestial go up against Thanos with his gauntlet?
Ego could have maybe like on Ego's planet
On his turf.
on his turf. Yeah,
Interesting.
I would
Interesting.
assume so just because it's his like
Yeah.
domain. But
So
Star-Lord already took him out for him.
back, just to like kind of pivot us back to the actual like
Rein it
story.
in.
Yeah, story for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is again something me and Nolan were talking about that like this I have a new appreciation for this universe, for the MCU that I didn't have prior to watching Infinity War. And I think it's just that you see that everything was building towards something. And it was very interesting because when you're watching the movies as they unfold with like Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 and Age of Ultron, and several of the movies, Thor the Dark World, several movies that I didn't particularly care for. and you see them do certain things with the characters. Like Iron Man 3's got PTSD, and you're just like, I don't know how I feel about this. But as you watch the character progress throughout the story, you're like, okay, all of those decisions, that entire arc makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And it actually shows how much Tony Stark has grown as a character since the beginning.
Just
And
all the characters.
all the characters.
Because they've all evolved in their own way. And
Yeah.
at first, you don't see how it plays out later, and it's just, there for the movie.
Yeah.
But then in this movie, all of it comes to a head. You're like, oh, it comes back into play.
That's why he lost his hammer. That's Thor lost his hammer. This is why like everything is happening the way that it's happening, and you can connect the dots looking back after Infinity War.
Yeah.
But obviously we couldn't
Hindsight.
see what was coming.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it's
One, 'cause
2020.
I always looked at Tony Stark like throughout each movie, and it was kind of like, yeah, he learns a lesson and he like develops a bit, but there's always kind of that, did he learn his lesson? Because Ultron, like, obviously double messed up big time there, and I just always was like, Tony's great character, funny guy, but just kind of the worst because he just keeps making the same mistake and then just keep kind of shit like in Civil War. He's like, oh yeah, like Ultron, that thing I created, like killed a bunch of people. Hey guys, we should all be accountable, like.
Yeah.
But then now, like you look at it and like you look at took everything very seriously, like
Yeah.
And when Spider-Man said like, "Hey, it's kind of your fault that I'm here," like kind of just like a teenage kid making excuses for himself, like
Yeah.
you could see it in his
but
eyes.
that cut.
What did you just say? Like,
Yeah.
you could see that he's like, "Don't put that on me." Like,
Yeah, like I'm tired of having things pinned on me. I'm trying to make it right.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to make it
Yeah.
right.
I just
And
flew into
that's-
freaking outer space for this, dude.
Yeah, and also that moment where after saving, I was gonna say Doctor Who, Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange was like, "All right, we're heading back, right?" And you see Tony Stark just standing there, and he kind of has this expression on his face, like, "Yeah, we'll go back." And you can see in his eyes and the way he's acting, he has something else on his
It's
face.
just slow.
I
the
was like,
plan, the plans coming
He was like,
together.
he's like, you can fly the ship, right, Tony? He just looks at him. He's like, Tony? He's like, I'm thinking.
Yes.
Maybe we shouldn't go back
Maybe we shouldn't destroy Earth again.
Yeah, that's true.
For the
He's trying to like put
third
everything
Avengers
together
movie.
and trying to play it off. Yeah,
We should do that. Which, by the way, interactions between Doctor Strange and Tony Stark were probably one of my favorites.
So
interactions.
Two really smart, resourceful people just like debating on like what's the best course of action.
And both
Very
a little bit
similar
arrogant.
characters.
Both
Absolutely.
in
Very similar.
arrogant for a reason, but just like kind of arrogant and little douchey at the same time. And
totally.
they're both like butting heads at the beginning.
So great.
Oh
Protecting your
man, and then throw
reality,
Star-Lord in the
douchebag.
mix.
Yeah.
The Guardians are the special something for like those interactions, just making it like, wow, this is great.
Dude, anytime
Seeing
the
everybody come
Guardians
together.
meets any of the Avengers, just ridiculous shit goes down.
So
Like,
good.
what?
So, what was everybody's favorite part of the movie?
Any scene with Thanos. Every single scene with Thanos is so good.
Really? There's not one that's
Gamora.
the standout. The Gamora scene?
Yeah, and the Soul Stone on Vormir.
Nice.
Damn.
Man, every time.
It was really heartbreaking and so well done. I mean, the
Yeah.
emotions
It
Thanos
played out.
showed was
Played out really well. I kind of I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just because Gamora and Thanos,
It was
Soul
all,
Stone,
it was all
like
in
it.
front of you, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you kind of pieced it together, but I didn't realize how emotional and heavy it was gonna play out like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, oh,
This is heavy, Doc.
yeah.
Dude, when Red Skull like came into the light a little
was
bit,
like,
and you're like, oh wow,
I didn't see this.
who?
Hugo? Nope.
Not
no,
you, Hugo.
Nope.
It's me, Red Skull. You recognize?
Wow.
No, it's actually not. It's Hugo Weaving come back as a ring wraith.
Yeah, he can just fly now.
Yeah,
Came
right.
back as Optimus Prime.
No, he was Megatron.
You're right.
I
My
think
bad.
Megazord.
I think my favorite scene was Battle of Wakanda when things started kind of turning the tide, like those like dog alien things were just a little bit like they were all on top of like Black Panther and Bruce Banner, and then Bifrost lights up and Thor comes out, the hammer swings in, just like knocks people out, and he's like, "Bring me Thanos!" And,
Dude,
like,
the entire
rockets
theater
out.
was fucking
sick.
clapping.
Yeah, it was wild.
Cheering.
Electrifying moment.
Damn, that
Yeah.
moment, I want to go work out right now.
Yeah, honestly, like that's no more workout playlist in 2018.
Yeah,
just that
just play that
30-second
scene.
clip on repeat. Like, bring me Thanos.
Yeah. Also, like when Captain America first shows up in that train station, dude, the music, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, and you see him catch that spear one-handed.
Well, and like it goes silent, and then you just hear the trains moving, and like
Yeah.
in my head, like pros and cons of watching the trailers, but like when I heard those trains, I'm like, damn, this is totally the scene where he comes in. Like, there's the lady with the staff. He's gonna
Yeah,
catch the staff.
he's gonna
like,
do
it's
it.
gonna be here.
Do it when
This
he
is why you
shows
don't
up.
watch the trailers.
But it was tight because I'm like, yup,
Yeah.
yup.
Also,
it was worth it.
Our showing was like going crazy. I
Yeah.
was like, fucking let's go! Let's go!
That was the best intro for Captain
Oh,
America.
yeah.
It's so epic.
So
The
dope.
step
Oh,
out of the light.
man.
Well, and then he just
They handled
him
them.
and Black Widow just are like,
Yeah.
bing, bing,
Oh,
like,
and Falcon. Don't forget Falcon.
Yeah.
Falcon
Falcon
comes in,
too.
but the way that
The humans. The
humans.
humans
Yeah.
go and start fracking up these aliens.
Well, and the way that, because I think at first Black Widow takes one of their weapons and is taking them on, and
Yeah.
then when she gets knocked down, Steve just comes right in and like takes her spot
Yeah.
with a different weapon, and
They're
they just
all
are
in it.
interchangeable.
That's
working
actually
on
what
it.
I liked most about that scene is that these humans didn't overpower these aliens just because they're really strong humans. No, they overpowered these aliens because they were smart and they were
Yep.
using the alien weapons against them.
and
I
they
thought that
also
was-
work together.
work
Yeah,
together and they got
exactly.
moves.
Yep.
Dude, this is. I liked how every single fight in this movie worked so well together, where all of the characters are working together
Yep.
in some capacity, like whether it be using one of their weapons or their powers or something, just working off of each other
Yeah.
with each other to take down the enemies, and yet Thanos still handed them their ass.
Damn. Thanos still wins.
That
guys.
last scene in the Wakanda lineup when they like run at Thanos and he just one by one just
like-
does
Just
something
tosses
like,
them off. It's like nothing.
slap him to the ground.
Yeah,
So dope.
And,
And,
Black
like-
Panther's suit, the energy comes out on the ground. You see like the grass.
Yeah.
rip up, and
Yeah.
He's just like,
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
That shows that Vibranium literally was just like, this thing was supposed to stop any oncoming projectile and just bounce the force back.
nope.
Yeah.
And it just knocked him straight down. It was just like, nope.
Yeah.
Screw your
Damn.
It
physics.
just crumpled.
Even though
into the
Cap
ground.
straight up caught Thanos' fist, the gauntlet, still clocked him down like nothing.
And he just like gets the hit and then just like crumples.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
dude.
folds. He folded.
Damn, bro.
Did anybody think that Cap catching that was a little bit too much? Like as
No.
far as Cap's power levels, I thought it was tight, but like afterwards thinking about it, it's like, is he that strong? Like
That's why I liked it because there are some moments throughout the entire MCU where you see Cap do certain things and push his limits in every single movie. You're just like, oh wow, he could do that. Oh
Yeah.
shit, he could do that. And you're just like, how powerful is he? Have we seen his
yeah, we
limits?
haven't-
Does he
yeah.
have limits?
I
See,
mean-
I'm sure he does, but like,
yeah.
does the will and the heart in Steve Rogers like push those
Yeah,
limits?
that's like that episode of Teen Titans that I was talking about with Cyborg, where he's always pushing to
got the power
100%.
bar.
Yeah, but then the human part pushes 110%. I imagine that's what Cap is like.
Well, Cap also, one of his powers because of the super soldier serum is he does not fatigue. So he doesn't get tired. He can keep on fighting
That's ridiculous.
over and over,
That
and
is-
he can keep
that's-
getting knocked down, and he'll keep standing up and
I could
continue
do
fighting.
this all day. He has
Yeah.
to say that in the
Oh,
last one.
so
Right before he
good.
dies, he has to say it in the last one.
this all
Oh,
day.
he's gonna die, dude. I kind of see where you're coming from with Cap catching the gauntlet, because
it was just like kind of shocking. Like
yeah,
just,
it's
like,
a little
is that
shocking.
is
But
that
like
a
even
thing?
in the beginning, like you see Thanos grab Hulk's arm and just straight up bends it out. So you're telling me that Cap can catch Hulk's fist if he were to throw
yeah,
one?
That's what makes me wonder, because it's like I get that Thanos is like strength level with Hulk, like that makes sense. They look huge, and he has the gauntlet. But then, and then when like you say like Cap catching that, like yeah, he does just like push it to the limits, and like he can just overcome. But then it's like, what if he fought Hulk?
He would lose, just
Yeah.
like he lost against Thanos.
True, yeah.
The thing is I don't
It's
think
just a moment.
It just
of-
one shot, yeah.
Thanos is.
Dun, dun.
I don't think he was expecting it because he knocked down Steve Rogers like it was no big deal. It's not like Steve Rogers did something crazy. Steve came in, pop, pop, boom, uppercut, and I think it just caught Thanos off guard, and that's
like,
why he was able to
whoa.
catch it.
What?
Yeah.
You remember that scene in Winter Soldier when He's on the motorcycle, jumps off the motorcycle, lands on the Quinjet, throws his shield, breaks the laws of physics with his shield, hits the.
He manually took down a jet, not just
himself.
any jet, a Quinjet.
a Quinjet, and just was doing it with his shield. And that was the moment where I'm like, yeah, dude, what are this guy's limits again? I don't think they exist.
True.
He also
The limit does not exist.
he fought Iron Man hand to hand.
Yeah, he Bradley Cooper AF.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, Captain America's strength, I think, is something that maybe with experience, he's getting better and stronger. Because if you think about it, like, Captain America 1 and then Avengers is, like, really right after one another.
Yeah.
So, like, he's got a bunch of experience from World War II, but he's fighting mostly normal humans. He fights aliens and special beings in Avengers, and then he's been working for S.H.I.E.L.D. for however long in Winter Soldier. Then he gets more experience fighting in Age of Ultron, and I think we're just watching his skills improve with each film.
Exactly.
You know? Just like Tony's armor, he used to have 2 giant robot arms putting the suit on him and taking it off.
Now it just crawls up his arm.
Now it crawls. Now it's like stored in his little chest thingy, and it all comes out, just forms around him like some sort of crazy
And
futuristic nanotech. It's crazy.
Well, and I'd also like talking about this. I guess so. The super soldier serum took him from being a skinny little beanpole to Captain America
Right.
at that base level, like super strong, super whatever.
Yeah.
But I assume that his body would work in the same way that like any other human was. They work out and they train. They get better. They get stronger. They get faster.
Yeah.
So it's just like
It's just those effects are
accelerated.
amplified.
Yeah, amplified by a
Also,
bunch.
it's important to note that Captain America also possesses a healing factor. Not like Deadpool or like Wolverine, but like if he gets shot, he'll be healed the next day.
It kind of similar to
Give or take. It depends on what arc
like
you're looking
Flash
at.
on the TV show. Like
Kinda,
like
yeah.
a little bit quicker, like few hours, day or two. Like
Yeah, probably a day if he got shot. He's not as fast as the Flash,
Yeah.
but faster than most other characters in the MCU.
Yeah.
What a ridiculous man.
I like
Overpowered
Very
in some
strong
ways, yeah.
man.
I love that every character got their moment, and specifically, a lot of characters got their moment to like. Even though Thanos like won in the end of the day, like there are a lot of characters that got their jabs in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Iron Man is the only one that drew blood, and
Yeah.
Captain
Yeah.
America is the only human that like was able to catch his hand and keep it open. Whereas everything before that, a device had to do it. And then like Thor was the one that like really dug it into it, like really got him, like really landed a
got him
hit.
in him.
Yeah,
aimed for
and
the
then
head.
it was just it was
Should've
really
aimed for the
dope.
arm.
Don't forget about Doctor Strange's
Yeah.
abilities. I mean, Doctor Strange really shined in this film.
Absolutely, hell yeah.
I think
Damn.
I think Iron Man, Strange, and Thor like 3 like tent poles as far as like main characters.
Also,
go.
like shout out to whoever prevised and like visualized the combos between Iron Man and Thanos on Titan, because that was clean, so fluid, and the way that Iron Man just every single hit he did was a straight up 1-2 combo.
Yep.
And he knew what he was doing, planting his feet down, boom.
And I love that like some of his suit became weaker in other areas because they had to like put it all into this one
Yeah,
section.
when,
for-
like,
to-
Like it would move around and
Yeah.
stuff. And when he was using his beams, like he couldn't regenerate the part of the suit that was gone. But when he was done with the beams, it was able
Yeah.
to, you know,
so
fix itself,
Sick.
whatever. Dude, oh man, when Thanos was coming straight for Iron Man, he was like panicking.
Yeah.
He was sweating. You could see it in Tony Stark's
Yeah,
eyes.
dude.
Craziest moment was grabbing the moon,
Oh my
crushing it,
God.
and then throwing freaking meteorites at Tony, and Tony's just looking at it like,
Oh, no.
Yeah, nothing
just,
to say.
oh shit.
What did he say afterwards? If you throw another moon at me,
Throw another moon at me, I'm gonna lose it.
I was like, oh, you just survived the moon.
A moon. Part of a moon fell on Iron
Dude,
Man.
the visual effects for that, by the way, holy crap.
Outstanding.
Anytime, like that moment, he just activates the stone and the gauntlet, the wave that comes over the moon. I'm like, whoa, and just straight pulls it down, launches it. The straight, like, because he didn't,
That looks like he was like pulling.
yeah,
on it.
because
Like,
he didn't
had
just
to put in
swing.
some
He was
work.
like fucking struggling and launches it down.
the overwhelmingly showcase of power in
my
this film
God.
was just like, what?
Oh my god.
He did what?
He did what just now?
That's a moon.
That's
He threw
no
a moon at
That's a
Iron Man.
space
Can we?
Throws
Somebody
the Death
wrote
Star
that down. Somebody put that on a piece of paper and says,
Yeah.
Thanos throws a moon at Iron Man.
Thanos crushes Moon with the gauntlet, and meteorites fall to
Yeah.
Earth or fall to the planets,
Yeah.
smashing Iron
Dude,
Man.
the sound design of the gauntlet. Anytime he activates one of his stones, the nasty anamorphic flare of that color just shining straight into
So
the lens.
dope.
Dude, also on Titan, when Doctor Strange is like, he says "our," and Thanos is like, "What?" Looks up. Iron Man slams that huge thing down
Yeah.
on top of him. He straight up shatters that like nothing, and he's screaming. He's pissed now.
Star Wars, he just pissed him off.
Damn, that whole moment, the sequence of events, I'm just like, whoa, and it straight turns it into bats or
Yeah.
whatever.
One of my favorite moments, besides the moment that you said with Thor
Thor.
coming in the clutch
Oh, yeah.
out of the Bifrost. One of my favorite moments is right after that when he lands and Steve Rogers is like, "New haircut?" He's like, "I see you've copied my beard." It's like, "This is my friend Tree."
Oh, this is my friend Tree.
I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers.
It's so genuine too. Like
Yeah.
he's just like, good to meet you, like
Yeah.
alien being.
Like, so brilliant. Such great character moments.
So
Because, like,
good.
you have to introduce the two characters again. They haven't seen each other
Yeah.
for a long time. So I can only imagine in the writing room, in the brainstorming session, they're like, okay, how do we introduce these characters again? In the middle of a battle, like a huge ass battle.
Very major battle.
So many reunions? Yeah, reunions.
Reunions, yeah.
The comedy and like the comedy that's in those moments doesn't feel like it takes away from the direness of the plot. Like
Yep.
it
It's
didn't
not
feel
jokey.
Yeah, it
Exactly.
didn't feel like it was too much. Like
Yeah.
There's
I
a
can
couple
think-
of moments in Thor Ragnarok that felt like that, where it just
Yeah.
took away from the whole emotion and the weight of the scene. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, damn, that just killed the mood.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I get it. It's funny. It's cool. But like this, the jokes just cut through and you're like, huh, that was adorable. I like that
That
a
was
lot.
adorable. We're all still gonna die though.
When like before you even
This is my
stop
friend
laughing,
Tree.
something else happens. And you're like,
Oh my God.
it's a serious face now.
It's like the comedy is promptly followed by incredibly dark, dire
Yeah.
moments.
Well, every time I think Bruce Banner like met someone again, like when he first like came up to Tony and or when they were talking about Steve Rogers and he's like, Thor is gone. Like it doesn't matter who you're talking to
Yeah.
or not talking to. Like this is it.
When he said that Thor is gone, I was like, wow. Because so when the movie opens up and Loki dies, hella sad. Heimdall, sad, all bad, all sad. Hulk gets his ass kicked, and then when the ship explodes, I was like, did they just fucking kill Thor like that?
Wait,
like
so-
I was tripping, dude, because
You're telling me that's it?
I didn't see I saw the teaser, but like I don't know what's in the trailer and what's not in the movie, like what they
Yeah,
kept and what they didn't keep. And so I was just like, dude, I can't believe they just fucking killed Thor like that. Holy shit. Like Thor's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he shows up again, I was like, oh.
Yeah, because when it blew up, I was like, "There's no way they killed Thor."
Yeah.
But like, still, like, how?
Dude, at that
how?
point I had
Like,
no reason to doubt it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. Dude, throughout this movie, they pulled a Game of Thrones where you feel like the main characters can actually die. That moment with on Titan when Tony Stark gets stabbed.
Oh, I thought he was done.
yeah,
I thought it was done, too.
Dude,
Like
the
the-
entire audience, like,
Yeah.
Gasps every time.
collective gasp.
Audible gas.
so good.
Dude, at the premiere, because when we saw it in the Dolby show, there was a few people. There was definitely the gasps.
Yeah.
But it was, I cannot explain. The entire audience was like, oh.
Tom Holland's in the front row. Go,
It's honestly like half of the
Yeah.
people or more that were in that
Yeah.
room didn't know
Dude,
what was going
my
to happen.
heart dropped.
Damn.
I was palpitating. I was like, oh,
this is the end.
I did not expect this.
Yeah, because I was like, Robert Downey Jr. is gonna be one of the ones that survives.
Yeah.
because he's like dad of the
You know
universe.
what?
But then he got stabbed. I'm like, oh,
Whoa, no.
damn! Like, they,
Yeah.
like,
Right now?
wow, they really.
You know what? Because I think I saw a clip in the trailer where Tony, like Iron Man in the suit, got decked by Thanos. I
Yeah,
thought that's
he
how the
does
fight was going to end, that moment was going to end. But straight up broke off his blade and stabbed him. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
That shot was also not in the movie.
it was not.
Yeah,
it was
it
not.
wasn't in the movie. So that completely, like, that threw me off because that was one of the shots that I remember when watching the trailer, like, once because I haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
And so that moment stuck in my head. So I was expecting it to happen that way. But no.
Yeah.
They're just like,
My second viewing, I think like I noticed where that shot should have been, and they just flipped it to a different angle where you see more of Thanos, and then it's just a really quick cut / pan of Tony like just rolls it off, so it's not as impactful as it hits.
Yeah, I kind of
But
saw
boom,
where it
drop
was
it.
gonna be too.
Yeah.
Also on where the collector was when he had the reality stone and Drax came out and diced him up. I was like,
I thought he was done.
I thought it was done. Like I thought it was gone.
I was like, no.
Not even just killed.
Not like
Thanos
this.
diced him up with a flick of his finger.
and turned him into like foam blocks or something. Like it didn't feel like real like
Yeah.
Drax.
yeah,
real
but
Drax
for a
parts.
moment there, I was like, "Oh no, that's how they're gonna do Drax."
And then they spiraled Mantis, and then you
was
see
like,
her eye
okay.
blink, and okay, so he's just manipulating
Oh
reality.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like sweating for a second. I was like, "Okay, it's just reality."
Yeah.
Him using the reality stone.
It seemed that the reality stone could only like truly manipulate reality in small forms like the blast turning into bubbles, and then stuff like turning a human into like slinky dust, whatever Mantis was, like he could hold that, but then when the gem's out of the room, then it comes back, and like
Yeah.
it didn't really have power to like manipulate reality till all like the gems were there.
right.
I wonder if he's manipulating reality itself or manipulating the perception of reality in
think
everyone
it's-
in the vicinity's mind.
I feel like it's the actual reality in the vicinity because like it. Because if it was just a mind thing, I think that would be a mind stone thing.
Yeah.
Because it is the
Okay.
reality stone,
Yeah,
and
that's
I mean
fair.
that obviously plays a big part in the snap at the end. Like it's a
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, that snap though. Should have gone for the head. Oh,
Well, and so when it cuts to white, and then he's standing there and he doesn't have the gauntlet on. He's in that like kind of like dreamscape where Gamora was. I thought he was one of the 50%. Like the first time, I was
really?
like,
Interesting.
in my head, I instantly was like, he was one of the 50%, and I'm like, damn,
didn't
like,
account for
and
that.
He didn't account for that. But then it was just like kind of like dream sequence or whatever.
yeah.
But
I wonder how that would play out if that was the case.
yeah, well, like imagine, oh, that would have been wild. And he would have been like, oh, like this is like
How much-
payment?
like, yeah.
This
Yeah.
is, yeah.
What did it cost? Everything.
Damn, man.
That the emotion in that scene. His face. Thanos' face. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Shouts to Brolin.
Shouts to Brolin and CGI.
Yeah,
What's
and
up?
all the people that worked on his face.
I was just gonna say
Dude.
this is definitely like the ultimate popcorn flick. Like it's as far as like a superhero popcorn movie goes, it's so excellently crafted and in just every way.
Well
It's-
paced.
Yeah. It's a kind of astonishing that they were able to pull this off.
Yeah, this is definitely the what's the word? Not pinnacle, but
Penultimate.
it's like a crowning achievement in this genre and this type of franchise, I guess.
Yeah.
Like obviously it's never been done before to this scale.
Yeah.
It felt like a comic book. It felt like a
You're watching a comic book.
yeah.
Yeah.
A
Straight
live
up.
action comic book, which is incredible. Like that you don't get to say that a lot.
Yeah.
Wild.
Who's your master? What am I supposed to say? Jesus?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, are you from Earth?
I'm from Missouri.
That's
Earth
from
dipshit.
So good.
Oh
That
my God.
entire interaction between all those characters. Who I'll do you one better. Who is Gamora? I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
So I
We're
read
the
that.
Avengers. Kevin Bacon?
I mean, he might be. I haven't been there in a while.
Is Footloose still the greatest movie?
Movie history.
Never was.
Everyone's
disagree, though.
reactions are so good.
Yeah.
That heartbreak.
So I was reading that the Russo brothers worked with James Gunn for the Guardian scenes, so that
That's
they got
tight.
the voice
Yeah.
of the characters right, and that it felt truthful to like their movies. I was like,
That's
pretty
cool.
dope.
When he got an executive producer credit.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, you see the executive producer credit. It's just like,
like,
all
oh, it's
the,
the squad.
other directors.
I was gonna
yeah.
say, let me check that out.
It's pretty cool actually.
Did
It's
Scott
cool.
Derrickson work on it too for Doctor Strange?
Like that's such a smart idea. Like you have one head, Kevin Feige, kind of outlining the plan, and then you have your directors, your team, your run and gun team to go out and do each of these movies. And when you do the mashup crossover movie, why don't you just bring them together and help develop those scenes because they're so familiar with it already. That's smart.
Damn.
Oh man, that just like It's possible. Why? I understand it's a very, very big task to take on. But what the heck are you doing? Like these other studios, what are they doing?
At DC.
I think they just kind of lack the foresight that. Personally, I was getting a little bit of fatigue, specifically from the Marvel films, just because it was like we're getting one every year. It's just kind of repetition at this point. It's like okay.
Yeah, I was feeling it too.
And then after this film, I'm like, oh my god, it was all leading to something. I have a new respect for this universe that I don't think I necessarily understood before, and I am very
now
grateful.
You see it.
Yeah.
I'm glad stuck around and
All
long
is
enough.
revealed.
But not everything, because we don't know yet. This is only part 1. So
That's true.
they said that part 2 is going to be even bigger and better.
Oh my god.
What?
Unreal.
Expectations are now going to be out of control, as if they weren't already unreasonably high. Now it's like, good luck.
And I'm sure they know.
Yeah, when I think it's kind of what you said earlier about like that expectation bars right here, and they're just gonna salmon ladder it all the way.
Salmon
Yep.
ladder all
Hit
the
it.
way up. Damn, how are they going to, like, they know that they have to try and top this one. And people are going to expect it. So they already have a plan. I'm just wondering what it is.
Yeah.
Should we talk predictions?
Let's talk predictions.
Yeah.
Either
let's do
about
it.
the movie or the next movie.
Next movie.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So someone mentioned a theory about what the Soul Stone does in context of the MCU in this movie. What was it?
So
It can
Melissa,
spawn a Starbucks. Oh, what?
it could spawn a Starbucks.
No, what were we gonna say? My bad.
a single star buck.
One.
A singular Starbucks.
Due to inflation.
So in the galaxy, center of the galaxy. Okay, so Melissa earlier
In
looked it up
Wakanda,
for us,
clearly.
and she said that the Soul Stone basically houses a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Now I think that was a comic definition.
That was a
Like,
comic
okay.
definition,
So
but-
it's not
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah,
No,
most
not-
likely.
Not for sure, but I mean, there's already evidence, or clearly evidence of other pocket universes in the MCU,
Yeah.
especially like in Ant-Man, the microverse. What else?
Quantum realm.
Yeah, the quantum realm. What else did they show? Like, I know there's other.
Doctor Strange, didn't they showcase multiple sort of dimensional
he went
spaces?
through a lot of things.
Yeah,
He was
and also
flying
that
around
scene
there.
in Guardians. right?
Dormammu lived in
Dormammu.
another dimension or whatever, right?
Dormammu.
I've come to bargain.
Come to bargain.
We also
Marshall.
know that Captain Marvel is, due to the post-credit scene, is going to appear in the next film as well.
Very curious to
So,
see how that works.
Yeah, so you guys mentioned that the Soul Stone houses possibly in the MCU universe a pocket dimension where, in context of this movie, after the snap, anyone who disappears into ash is trapped in
Possibly.
pocket
Yeah.
universe.
Could
And
be.
I wonder if that's like they're trapped there, as in their like souls are just housed there and they're like not aware, like
They're
things,
in
like,
limbo?
things for them just went dark and they're in limbo, or is it like some sort of like afterlife where it's just like suddenly there's this empty scape where maybe just Gamora's chilling, and then suddenly trillions of people, like you got like Peter Parker, like just like kind of there, and it's just like vast open space, like
Yeah.
some sort of like weird purgatory thing where everybody's just like
Or maybe they wake up and they're where they were.
But the alternate universe.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
like
it's
a
like-
mirror.
oh,
Interesting.
that would be weird.
So like
Ooh.
in their
Yeah.
world, Tony Stark was the one who disappeared.
Right.
Ooh.
Or they disappeared and they're like, where's Tony? Tony's gone.
Oh,
Damn.
So I mean that's an option. That's a potential.
interesting.
Also, we forgot about Black Panther. Black Panther also showcased an alternate sort of mental space.
Yeah,
Although that, I think, Jeremy, you were the one that said this, that it's most likely just connected to people that had the heart-shaped herb, though. So that's not like an afterlife for everybody or anybody, but
No.
just the Black Panthers.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm just pointing
It's
out
just
that
a
there
different-
are
just a different
other type of planes of existence
Yes.
that despite
adjacent or parallel to.
exactly despite having some sort of tool or resource to get to these places, we've seen that they
yeah.
exist.
Like
within
in
this
Black
world.
Panther, it was the heart-shaped herb.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
this, it's the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like I know in Thor, it's kind of just made to be that all the realms are just planets, and Thor is like more of an alien than anything else. But I feel like Thor and Odin especially has like done some different universe shit. Like they've gone through and like gone to some parallel dimensions.
I wouldn't be
see that.
surprised.
I mean,
Yeah.
they wield magical stuff all the time,
Exactly,
so
yeah.
that's not
And
far out.
Even Thor, probably without knowing it, has like used the Bifrost to go to a
Yeah,
different universe.
and Heimdall too. Like,
yeah, yeah.
he sees.
Yep.
sees all.
Says everything.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if he's still alive. You would be able to see what happens, or at least have an idea, a feeling of what happened.
Or if I wonder if it'd be like in because in the Dark World when Jane finds the ether, he can't see her for like the first time ever. Like he can't see something. So I wonder if it'd be like that where it would be kind of like an Obi-Wan moment when Alderaan blows up, where he's just like,
Something just went dark.
yeah, like where did all that go? Like all
Yeah,
that life
it was.
just
It's
disappeared.
always been there.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Damn.
Interesting.
Damn. Also, that Xandar. Like what? They just dropped that
Bye.
little tidbit. Oh yeah, just last week, Thanos just wiped out Xandar and got the Reality Stone or the Power Stone. Wait, roll back. Were we gonna gloss over that? Did you just say
Yeah.
Thanos leveled Xandar? Like where the Nova Corps?
The entire planet?
You're saying the entire planet, and he took the Power Stone from the Nova Corps because that's where we last saw it.
But I mean, if you think about it, if Thanos would have rolled up to Earth and Avengers weren't a thing, like it was just like the military or like our version of Nova
Yeah.
Corps, like you'd take us out in a
Well,
second.
the Nova
like,
Corps at least had like pretty
space
advanced
weapons. Yeah,
weaponry.
yeah.
Yeah, like there's. You seen their spaceships?
Yeah,
Way
true.
more advanced than
Yeah.
Earth, like on another level.
Yeah. So
John C. Riley.
I wonder if
Rip.
we're gonna see a flashback or a reenactment of that scene of however those events transpired in future movies.
You want to say what your theory is on that?
What was it in Captain Marvel?
Or no,
Nova.
that they might make a Nova movie.
Oh yeah, there were rumors of a Nova movie, and that's like his origin story, right?
I guess that's what Melissa said. I'm not too familiar with Nova.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Melissa knows way more than.
She's a huge Marvel fan.
Yes, but because Nova is like you said, the Superman of Marvel,
Green
right?
Lantern.
Somewhat. Or
Yeah,
no, Green Lantern.
Nova is equivalent to Green Lantern. Captain Marvel is equivalent to
Superman.
That's
Superman.
right. Which is
what their intention is with Captain Marvel, is
Yeah.
to make her the Superman.
Which is interesting because if that's Nova's origin story and they just literally drop that little info right there, that little Easter egg, Xandar being leveled, that's interesting.
That'd be a
If we
perfect way to
s-
start the movie.
yeah, we see that at the beginning of a Nova movie. That's like
I wonder
the
if
opening
Nova is
scene.
going to be Nova. So Nova gets introduced in Captain Marvel, which comes out next spring.
Is that confirmed?
What if?
Oh, what if? Okay.
Yeah, what if?
Yeah.
Because Captain Marvel's shooting right now.
Yeah.
and it doesn't have a release.
March 2019.
March 2019. Yeah, so it's coming out before Avengers 4. So if
But it takes place in the 90s.
yeah, it takes place in the 90s. That's like where I'm trying to lead to. Like
Oh, okay.
in Captain Marvel before Avengers 4, they introduced Nova as just a regular character in that universe. And so we have context and his backstory when we get to the point in Avengers 4 if they do a flashback of when Xandar was destroyed and the Nova Corps was wiped out. That's how we are introduced back in we are introduced back to Nova.
Yeah.
Or if they
And we
even
get what he's doing.
Yeah, if they even didn't flashback it, but like when Captain Marvel rolls up in Avengers 4, Nova's with him or her. And then when the Nova movie comes out a couple of years, it's just a prequel. Like just flashback. Like,
Could be.
Did you guys see young Samuel L. Jackson
I heard about
set
it.
photos?
I didn't
for
see it. I didn't look at it.
Captain Marvel.
He has both eyes.
I don't want to tell you if you're choosing not to look at it. I stumbled upon it on Instagram and I was
Yeah.
like, I can't not look at this now. And I was like, well, that's very interesting.
And Coulson's
Tight.
confirmed for it.
Coulson's confirmed
Yeah,
too.
The actor
Oh,
is.
cool.
Tight.
Cool.
Interesting.
Be tight.
I wonder how Captain Marvel's going to play into all this.
I think she's gonna be the one who comes in and just like whoops the shit out of Thanos because she's supposed
Yeah.
to be the Superman, right?
I think she's
So
going
does
to
she
be
have
kind of
time
like that.
traveling abilities, or do
no,
you
I think she
that-
just doesn't age according to Angela.
No,
Same
but I
way
mean,
as
like-
Superman, like she's just kind of like doesn't really.
But like, where is she?
doing space stuff, like saving the like universe. I don't know.
She's in Quadrant 4, Sector
Yeah, like
17,
doing-
clearly.
See, the thing that bugged me about that is like you're telling me Samuel L. Jackson had a way to contact Captain Marvel this entire time, or maybe she's like, there's going to be a time when everyone disappears, and when that time comes, here, call me, like hit this button.
Yeah.
And like I think we'll see whatever that transmitter is that he used. I think we're gonna see what that was and how it ties in.
Yeah.
So because
Like by the end of the movie in Captain Marvel.
exactly, and we found out that Ant-Man.
Maybe that's the after credit scene in Captain Marvel.
maybe.
Or the post-credit scene could be the first scene of Infinity War or sequel, like Avengers 4. Or like a scene, like in the same way that
Like it jumps time.
Yeah, like in the same way that Ant-Man was. Their post-credit scene was a scene from Civil War, not the opening, but like like a teaser.
Yeah.
I wonder. Well, if you keep in mind that everything that was happening back on Earth after Tony Stark disappeared was just like, okay, nothing happened. Nothing happened on Earth this time.
Yeah.
It was always somewhere else. I just realized that.
Wakanda.
Well, yeah, Wakanda.
But it's already like they're not really in the public eye.
Yeah.
So really, if you're back in New York City and you just saw that whole alien thing happen and then the ship just disappears and Tony Stark is missing, that's it. You're just going back to your lives. You
Dude,
know?
Ant-Man.
They probably saw the ship appear in where were they? Germany?
Oh,
Remember
Scotland.
Scotland. Yeah.
yeah.
So just 2 ships popped up and then it left. Tony
Yeah,
Stark's
it's not like a
missing.
whole alien invasion.
Yeah,
you know?
so they're like, oh, Tony Stark maybe taking care of it. Maybe he died in the like fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just kind
Like
of
I'm sure they're probably thinking I'm sure the Avengers are taking care of it right
Yeah.
now, you know. They're doing their thing.
off-world.
Yeah.
But then people starts disappearing. It's like, what is happening? Oh no.
Can you?
That's when
Can you imagine just being in your day-to-day life and then just like randomly like 3 coworkers or 3 like a bunch of people at the mall
or like
something,
you're just
like,
sitting with family having dinner or whatever. You're like, oh my god, what the heck?
Everyone
Imagine.
disappears. around.
Imagine how worried Aunt May is.
Oh. I wonder if that's how Hawkeye and Ant-Man come back into the fold. Is because their families disappeared.
That's what I think. I think his whole family died and he's
Yeah.
just like he's coming for blood. Like obviously like he can't do too much with Thanos, but he's ronin in and up.
Yeah, he should shrink, crawl up his asshole, and then, you know,
Oh, I meant
Normal.
Hawkeye, but close.
I mean, neither one.
So for Ant-Man, we know for a fact that Ant-Man takes place before Infinity War. And so we were talking about it earlier, and we think that Ant-Man, his whole story is like he's having his own side story that's running adjacent to Infinity War.
A little
And-
romp.
Yeah, and then maybe at the end of the film, either at the end of the film or in the post-credits of the film, everyone
Everybody.
starts disappearing. And then that's when Ant-Man gets involved. But the big question is, do you guys think that Hawkeye or Clint Barton in some capacity will appear in Ant-Man?
100% yes.
I think so.
I think it would make
Because they mention them both together.
I think it would
in this
make
movie.
sense if he showed up in the post-credit scene, like after everybody turned to dust or 50% turned to dust, and then he's like, Scott, like we got shit to do, like we got to take care of business, like. Ugh.
Look at Scott Lang, dude. He's just a normal dude, gets out of prison, now you're an Avenger. There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, he's
Also-
a secret Avenger first. He goes
Yeah.
straight to being a criminal Avenger. Not even a cool one.
Yeah. Also, that moment when Tony Stark knighted.
Yeah, he's like, you're an Avenger now.
Yeah.
And
Spider-Man.
the way Tom Holland played that scene was
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
dude. Everything
So
Tom
good.
Holland did, so good, so good.
Good for
Mr.
him.
Stark, I don't feel so
Yeah, he's
good.
killing it.
No, don't do this.
He showed
Mr.
like
Stark.
yeah.
just in that scene when he was knighted an Avenger, you can see how many emotions go through his head. His acting is very subtle. Obviously, it's less in your face than like his dying scene.
Yeah.
But like you can tell he's like, oh, I'm an Avenger, and then he's like, oh, I'm an Avenger, and then he's like, I'm an Avenger. Like you can see these multiple emotions going through his head, and you see it all play out on his face. That
And, like,
kid is
trying
talented,
to
man.
stay mature and like be like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
an Avenger. I'm on
Yeah.
the level as Iron Man.
Yeah.
I'm on the level as Captain America.
If you have anything to complain about that, come on. He's a kid.
That they
Are you kidding me?
people asked the Russos, they're like, what was the key? Like, what was the secret to having Spider-Man be like the heart and the beauty that he was? And they were like, he wasn't written that way. It was Tom Holland. I was like, damn.
That's cool.
That's tight.
Damn.
All right, well, I guess it's time to wrap it up.
Like a burrito?
Yeah, any final thoughts
This is how I
on
wrap.
Avengers Infinity War
I
or
want to see it
potential?
again.
I want to see it again, and I think Cap will die in the next one.
10 out of 10 decent film.
I think you're right. Out of 10, do you guys have a... Because you told me what you gave it out of 10. I want to know if it changed.
I gave it an 8 out of 10. I would probably give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I think I still stick with 10 out of 10. Like, I had pretty high expectations, and they were all met or exceeded. Like, met some places, exceeded the others. Like, it was Thor, like, really topped it off.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably my favorite one, though.
For sure.
Now that I have to think about it more,
Is your
like,
favorite Marvel movie?
probably my favorite MCU
Whoa!
movie.
I don't think there's a way for it to not be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could watch it all the time. Like, this isn't something that you just pop in, like, casually. Like
And
that,
it's not
that,
a standalone film.
Yeah,
the way
that
like
for me, I think is either Spider-Man: Homecoming or Black Panther, where you can just kind of watch it whenever and it's fun. It's
Yeah,
great.
That's
like,
Winter Soldier for me.
Yeah, fair.
yeah, like there are movies in the MCU where like these are solid films about these characters, but
Yeah.
then there's Infinity War where it's just like these are the best versions of all of these characters,
And it's
they're
all
Put
together.
together.
You're just
Yeah,
like, this
that's
is
like
tight.
saying what your favorite episode of Game of Thrones is. Like my favorite is the finale.
Yeah.
You know, you could say that, and
It's always the finale because it's
it's always episode 9.
Comes to a head. Although the one thing I'm disappointed about is that there was no scene where everybody was together, which I think we're gonna
get that in
We're
the
gonna
next
get
one,
it.
man.
We're gonna get
We're
it. But
wait- Dude, they've been waiting 10 years for the line Avengers Assemble. They're saving it to the very last moment.
So the first Avengers movie was called Avengers Assemble in the UK. So I think that cuts that out as an option for the official title of the
Avengers
next.
No, I'm
Just
not saying that. It's
reassembled.
But the
Oh, to
title.
just say the
line.
words
Yeah, 'cause-
Avengers Assemble
And that's when you see every single person
and the theme.
in the Avengers
Da-da,
line up.
da-da.
Oh my god, that would be so cool.
Whoa, he says that. Cap says that, and like certain characters that like the Iron Suits helmets come on, Thor like suit lightens
Yeah.
up. The Hulk as he says assemble, like you see him like get green and big.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dude, I can't wait for that moment because you know they're saving it. You know
Flex
they've been saving
everything.
it.
I really like the title Avenge Us.
Avenge us.
That's a
Interesting.
pretty depressing title, but like,
Yeah. What do you guys think
The next one will be called
Yeah.
either Avengers Reassembled, Avengers Disassembled, Avengers Endgame.
Infinity something like Quest.
Oh,
or-
also, real quick, like Doctor Strange really, he saw all the outcomes, so he knows what's going to happen. And he didn't just give it up like nonchalantly.
Oh, yeah.
He knew what he was
knows.
doing.
I'd like to just put on public record my theory is that he went back in time to go do some stuff, and that's what part of the fourth movie will be about. Like while they were holding down Thanos trying to steal the gauntlet, and Peter Quill was being dummy, he was off doing some Eye of Agamotto stuff and didn't tell anybody. Maybe he told Tony. Maybe
didn't
because
I
tell
don't think he told Tony.
I don't
Tony
think-
looked
but
shocked at
That's
the
true.
end.
But then
Yeah,
right as
I
he
don't think he told anyone.
right as he faded away, he's like, this was the only way. Like he knows he's doing something or he did something.
Yeah. We're in the end game now. Because he knows he's
Yeah.
been playing his pieces.
Also, you notice that only the A Squad, the Phase 1 Avengers,
Yep.
are left, save for
Scarlet
several
Witch, yeah.
others.
Like Rocket and
Scarlet Witch.
Rocket, Scarlet Witch, Nebula, and
Dora Milaje, Okio.
Okoye.
Okoye.
Okoye, yeah.
Can never say that name right.
Yeah, because War Machine is technically Phase 1, so
Yeah.
I'd tie him in with the Phase 1 guys.
Just
and
not
so,
the actor. Don
Yeah.
Cheadle is not phase
no,
one.
no, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah,
Iron Man
yeah,
2.
Iron Man 2,
Iron Man
yeah.
2 is Phase 1.
Damn.
It's canon.
So my
It's
theory is
canon.
that they're going to give these characters their last hurrah, and either most of them will die, or they will just be subtly peppered throughout the universe
They'll
for
go
the
out to
next
do their own separate things.
20 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Thor's gonna go do some space stuff.
Yeah, maybe we'll see them come back in the next Avengers movie, and maybe they'll cameo in like one-off movies, Black Panther 2 and stuff like that.
Bucky will be hanging around Wakanda maybe.
Possibly,
well,
yeah.
no,
They
Buck-
keep
I
calling
thi-
him White Wolf, which is another character from the Marvel Universe.
I think it's funny how you only just the second time I saw it when he called him White Wolf, I'm like, man, can you only be a superhero if you're a new color in Wakanda? Like Black Panther, only superhero, and then white dude comes like, oh, he gets a superhero name, first white guy,
The White Wolf.
first white guy.
White Wolf. That's cool. That's a cool nickname. I like that.
Cool name.
Yeah, except that they showed his arm and they didn't use it.
Yeah,
That is-
check out.
Yeah, man.
I was tripping about that like 15 minutes or like
Yeah.
15 minutes before we recorded the show. I was like, because it just dawned on me. I was like, They
Damn.
showed his arm and didn't use it. That is a huge issue.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
that-
it's just set up for the next one.
Yeah, but he's
Just playing
dead.
their pieces.
Yeah,
dead.
He's
He's
gone.
dead. He's gone forever.
We'll see.
That dude Dusty.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Steve.
That dude
I
dank.
just anyone who disappeared into dust, I'm assuming they're still somewhere.
Oh, they definitely.
I
have a-
think
they have
I
a
think-
solid
see
chance
them
to come
again.
back.
I think the people that went to dust will come back.
Uh-huh.
And some of them could die when they come back. That's always a
Yeah.
possibility. But I think the people that Thanos actually killed with his hands, I think
They're dead.
could be dead for the remaining
They
of the
can
universe.
stay
With the
dead.
exception of one, possibly. But even then, I think that character could still be dead, but still have an effect and still be present somehow.
Yeah.
Heimdall, gone. Loki, they better not bring him back after
Poor
that.
Idris Elba, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that character never truly got his due.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad.
He's noble, very noble, but didn't get to really shine the way he should.
because like you could tell he's a powerful dude.
They
Oh well.
gave him a little, as much as they could in Ragnarok, but even
Yeah.
then it was like,
Yeah.
you know,
But that's a very cool final hurrah
Yeah.
moment. Like,
Yeah.
give me strength one last time.
That was
Yeah.
pretty sick.
The Bifrost.
And I think him and then
the
Thor,
dog magic
Mistake.
Thor said it as well before he like pulled the doors open. But like, all fathers give me strength. He's just like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tight.
chills. I'm like,
That's tight.
whew,
Also,
let's go.
Thor the All Father now. Yeah.
he is the king of Asgard.
Yeah.
Well, what's left of it.
Yeah.
The people.
The few
I
that
guess.
are left.
So
It's a people, not a place.
there's a possibility that Vision might come back because
Yeah.
Shuri may be able to connect everything together,
some wires.
cross some wires, and maybe he'll come back. And
Even
then
bigger
Gamora
and
might be,
better?
her soul might be housed in the Soul Stone. I personally think that if those characters stayed dead, it's for the best.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that it's like, it's Marvel. They've only committed to one death so far.
Yeah.
It works for the story for those two.
Yeah.
But like if Loki or Heimdall came back, it's just like, come on.
Hey,
like,
man,
what's
they
the
got to make
point?
their merch money.
They do. They do. And I guess if you look at it, they are like kind of mythical beings. So they're kind of beyond like just a human getting like Quicksilver getting shot and killed. You know?
Right.
So they could come back in some capacity. Odin could come back in some capacity.
I guess-
we don't know.
There's always something to say that like Loki he dropped the Tesseract,
Left the room.
Yeah, exactly.
flipped away. We didn't see him
He
again.
went to his brother. Like that actually was a really defining character moment for me. Is that when he jumped for his brother and ditched the Infinity Stone for once in the entire MCU, he went to
Yeah.
go save like right to his brother. I thought I was like, wow.
His character had closure. His arc had closure. So I
which is
think
why
it's,
he needs to stay dead.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's for the best that he does stay dead. Which they threw in that line with Thor talking to Rocket, like for one good measure. It's like he's died once before.
But I think this time it's true.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn.
Although he did, like Danny said, he did after he jumped to save Thor, he kind of wasn't in the scene for the whole Hulk fight, and then he stepped back into the room when he like bartered with Thanos. But so I think that might just be a backdoor if they wanted to bring him back. Like, oh, he was gone for a little bit, he could have faked it, but I don't think they should do that. I think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think that's a very bad idea because I think one of my biggest issues with Loki is how much he's flip-flopped. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, he's a god of chaos. I know. Everybody keeps saying that. Angela keeps saying that. He's
God of
supposed to
mischief,
flip.
blah.
And I was just like, I don't care. That's not good character development to have a character constantly flip-flop. Pick a side, good or bad. And he picked a side. I was very happy and satisfied with it. And in the cinematic universe, his story has come to an end. Loki
He
has...
will be remembered.
Yeah, Loki went out like a freaking boss,
Yeah.
and his death was heartbreaking. Please don't muddy it up by bringing him back.
Agreed.
You know, let him be dead. It's okay for a
Yeah,
character.
let
to
him
be dead.
rest.
Yeah,
Let Tom Hiddleston rest.
let Tom Hiddleston do other things with his career. Do a Kong sequel.
They will. Godzilla versus Kong.
I'm down with that, man. Kong was cool. I liked Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Kong
go.
was-
Let's go.
Godzilla was tight too.
Godzilla
You
was
nailed
tight.
it. How did you do the
That was me,
Gotcha.
guys. You know.
damn?
This whole time. How could you not say something?
You didn't hear it every day.
I just like now I can't unhear it. Wow.
Yeah, it's
Uncanny.
stuck with
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
forever.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and I know we went final notes 10 minutes ago, but what, any final notes?
No.
I want to see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very
Oh.
happy with this movie.
Did everybody give their out of 10s?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
10 out of 10. Like Marvel Universe, like it's the best. Like that's the cap. They created that 10.
Yeah. Damn.
They
Until
created-
part 2.
True.
I have
then
to,
it gets knocked down to 9.
I have to
No,
give it either an
part 2 is 11.
11 or a 12.
Turn
It's just
it
like,
up.
well,
Turn it up to an 11.
20 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a
But couldn't you just make 10 louder? Yeah, but this one
9.5.
goes to 11.
9.5.
9.5. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 because I gave it a 10 out the gate, and I still think that it is a masterful achievement. And it's hard not to give it a 10 because I
Yeah.
feel like they are successful on so many levels. Just making like character development. I mean, there might be things that people don't like about this movie, but
Yeah, that's fine.
what you don't like doesn't make it not good. From a
Exactly.
Yeah.
narrative structural perspective,
Yeah.
as far as a superhero movie goes,
and along with as a technical achievement in itself, like incredible.
incredible, unbelievable.
Yep.
I cannot believe they met expectations and they exceeded them.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
This is definitely a movie where if you're in the industry, this is something you should be aiming towards. Like
Yeah.
that's goals
Hashtag
on a
goals.
technical level.
Yeah.
And like just structural too. Like everything. This is like the entire MCU is film business 101.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, industry versus artistry right there.
Yeah, that is like the true masterclass in industry versus artistry.
Yeah.
Imagine what the Avengers movie will be like in another 10 years.
Dude, I
Oh,
can't
geez.
wait. I am so on board for the MCU to go on for another 20 years.
I'm down.
Like,
They
I'm
could.
down, man.
They
I'm
could.
into it. This is
Yeah, if they
cool.
really know what they're doing. They've
Yeah.
proven it so far.
They just showed us again that they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and then now
Yeah,
they're gonna
how?
now they're gonna get the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer.
Yes, they got even more
god.
Dude, I was
You
really
just said the magic word, baby.
like
We
I-
might see Galactus.
Yeah, bro.
Oh
Dude,
boy.
Silver Surfer, Captain Marvel, take down Thanos.
Dog.
Maybe Nova too.
I don't want to see Silver Surfer or Nova in the next movie, preferably because
I mean, they're not gonna be in the next
like,
movie. That's
don't
for sure.
just cram everything all at
Yeah,
once. Just
that's
like
fair.
let it play out. You know?
And they will. They
six
absolutely
movies,
will.
maybe.
In 6 movies, but like if there was a
They want to
post-
keep making movies.
a post-credit scene though with like Silver Surfer flying up to a spaceship and he flies in the spaceship and then you see that that's Galactus.
Yo.
And he's like saying something about
Oh,
like Earth's on
shit.
a higher form of like war or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, if the next big bad they start building up to is Galactus, and
oh my god.
I mean this is like.
Same.
I mean, dude, like now Marvel has all of their characters. They can drop in the X-Men. They can drop in freaking. I mean, I don't really give a crap about the Fantastic Four, but I bet you the MCU will make them interesting.
Yeah,
Dude,
and
John
seeing them-
Krasinski.
Dr. Doom.
John Krasinski.
I'm down for
Honestly,
John Krasinski.
fantastic.
seeing the Fantastic Four interact with Spider-Man alone would be great.
Johnny Storm and Spider-Man. That's what I
Yep.
need. Like
I
I need
need
a
that.
Spider-Man 2, 3, or 4 where he's like jealous of Johnny Storm and then they team up. They fight for a bit, then they're mates. Like classic format.
John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic and Emily Blunt.
Yep,
as
dude.
Invisible
John
Woman.
Krasinski as Doctor Doom.
None.
Yeah, bro.
John Cena is the Thing.
That
Zac
would be
Efron.
tight.
Whoa.
Honestly, Dave Bautista is the best part of the Guardians movies, in my
Oh,
opinion.
oh, man.
So if they,
What a
if they-
surprise.
What a surprise indeed.
He's great. But
Yeah.
no, I think Emily Blunt, John Krasinski, Cena, and then Zac Efron as Human Torch.
All right.
That was my
Wow,
fan cast.
okay.
I think they could.
Wait,
all
who
do-
is Johnny Storm?
Zac
Zac Efron?
Efron. I think he could
Interesting.
do really well with Tom Holland, and he can play that arrogant but like powerful.
You need someone really handsome and
Yeah.
really arrogant.
Yep,
I
and-
think to be Johnny Storm.
Chris Evans. Wait.
Yeah, no, I think we've seen Zach do both.
Michael B. Jordan. Damn.
Oh, so close.
Dude, imagine if Michael B. Jordan played Human Torch in the MCU.
What if Chris Evans and Michael B. Jordan were both?
I mean, Josh Brolin plays Thanos and Cable.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
little weird, especially if the universes. I have no idea how these universes are gonna.
I don't know how they're
How
gonna.
did that contract
please.
line up?
yeah.
Please call him Thanos. Please call him Thanos in Deadpool 2. Oh my god.
Oh man.
All right, we gotta wrap
Yep.
up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed Infinity War as much as we did. But if you didn't, let us know in the comments. Excuse me.
Be nice.
Yeah, and let us know, and let's be reasonable. Have a fun discussion, everybody. Have a good time.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Spread
Follow us
love.
on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at Danny Lachep. Jeremy's at Jeremy Lee with 3 Ys. Noel is at Now You on Instagram and at Noel the Chef on Twitter.
True.
And Preston, you are
The real P. Scott.
the real P. Scott. There
On
we go.
both.
All right, dudes. We'll see you next time.
Ismahawk out.